Hey everybody, Dave Savage here again, and just finished the interview with Steve Grossman. And Patrick's name, obviously Patrick's the rock star. We know that from the first interview we did, and his name just kept coming up. And so we're just extending the conversation. Patrick was sharing some advice, and I'm like, we got to put this on record. So Patrick, go ahead with what you were saying, and then let's just go a minute or two on how you guys work as a partner.
Sure. So when I first started working for Steve and we weren't sending this tool out, every client that we talked to, we had to go through the entire disclosure package. Because at the end of the day, all of our clients, what they care about is what am I applying for, what are my monthly payments, and how much does it cost me?
Right.
So if they really cared so much about the disclosures, I'm sure you'd have a disclosure component to the edge, but this is what they really care about. So I find that the more we do this, the less time we spend going over full disclosure packages because they get that. What they want to make sure and they want to feel comfortable with is what did you send out to me and does it mirror what we talked about up front? And they could do that on their own. It's just time saving.
Yeah. And all officers, Dave, are having the conversation with the customer, but they're doing it informally. The difference is we make it formal using the edge. So a lot of these people who do it informally, once the disclosure package goes out, they have to spend 15, 20 minutes on the phone with the people just going over the LE when they should have done it during the whole prospecting part, or we're just trying to, put the hook in the belly there. We just do it, and we get very, very few calls on the LE anymore. Just don't.
Yeah. Well, there's a common theme as I've interviewed the best producers is they're differentiating so much at the front end because they're educating. To your point, they're doing it in a formal way. They're using Mortgage Coach. That who else even wants to shop? And by the way, I know people still shop. I know we still lose loans to big banks here and there. But I think that point is so well taken. Hey, so Patrick, I think you were in the room when Steve told me, hey, Steve, what do you say before you send out the Mortgage Coach report? And he said, well, sometimes it's you that's doing that, Patrick. So if you could just give us some quick color on what you say to the client so that when they get that email with the Mortgage Coach total cost analysis, one, they click on it, and two, they're excited about the next conversation. What are you saying to set that up?
Well, once Steve's passed it over to me, I just explain to them the options that we're going to be sending them over and how they're going to get it. I let them know that they can possibly open up an app, or if they're on a PC, that they can immediately open up from a web browser, and same thing with a Mac. And then I let them know as soon as they open up the link to just let me know when the next time available to go through it with them. The tool is such a great presentation tool, and being able to manipulate the web page it creates for them makes it very easy, especially when it comes to the fees. The fees is the most important part because they're very quick to take in exactly what the product is and what the monthly payment's going to be. But the way we break down the fees is we let them know specifically what corresponds to us and what corresponds no matter who you're going to use. Just because your attorney orders your title and everything that has to do with the third-party costs associated with the transaction. But when it comes to our closing costs, it's very quick. These are the things we control. These are what we charge, and this is what we make on them, and these are the required mortgage services. So as long as they can see that, then after that, it's the next call to their attorney. Hey, how much is the title insurance going to be to the company that you're using? They already know what their fee is, and it saves so much time. Simply put, it just saves so much time.
Yeah, well, I think that's the biggest misnomer is there's folks that don't use Mortgage Coach. It's like, oh, that's extra time. And to your point, it's not extra time. By the way, how much business did you guys do last year? How many loans? How much volume?
Well, last year we did 150-something million in total originations. This is just me, and 314 transactions, 315 transactions.
Congratulations, that's incredible. And by the way, you heard it from two guys that are doing a lot of volume. It saves time. A Mortgage Coach total cost analysis saves time. Hey, what's the goal for this year?
I don't really set goals, Dave. I just try my best and just see how the year shakes out. Hopefully I do as well as I did last year. We'll see what happens. But one thing I could tell you, Dave, and I mentioned this to you, is that I lose as much business as the next guy. I actually have a very high capture rate, but it's shocking on how much business I get from people I lose loans from. So I get a lot of people come back to me for refinances. They'll come back to me if they're buying a second home, or they'll refer people to me, even though I lost their deal in the first place. And I really attribute a lot of that to the mortgage coach. It supports our level of professionalism, respecting the client, educate them. And at the end of the day, of course, it's price and fees. And the majority of the time we can get them, but sometimes we can't. But when we don't get them, they respect that we tried. And they also respect on how we handled the transaction with them. And we showed them all the information in a really thorough format. And I think that professionalism has a lot of value. And even though we might not have won their business, they are very comfortable in referring us to their friends and family.
Yeah, I actually think the way it works out is that we'll definitely get one referral for every person that we do business for. We'll get 2 from people we lose because of the thoroughness of our education process.
Crazy. I'd like to start tracking it. I think, and I really think this is part of it.
That is awesome. Well, hey guys, thanks for taking time to bring this education to the mortgage coach community. Again, everyone, check the link below if you want to see a sample of one of their total cost analysis. And Steve and Patrick, thank you very much. I really appreciate this, guys.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, take care.
So, Dave.